Mr. Serrano has accused my husband and myself of not only stealing Richard, but of hiding him.
I never talked to people. I never talked to the newspaper.
I never remember telling him that.
My wife being a vegetarian, that's all she needed to hear, so, I mean, we had to save this animal.
I didn't say steal.
Truthfully, Your Honor, the money is not the issue.
It's the only thing I can give you.
That's completely unreasonable.
If you want to fight, I can get you boxing gloves, but we're not here for that. My first case ever with worms.
Come here, Sophie. Get him, Rusty.
Can I say something?
No. If she hadn't had an oral agreement, how do you do? I know you've all been sworn. I have read your complaint. You are suing for defamation of character. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
Okay. What is the defamation that you allege?
Upon the return of the Serrano's bull to them, excuse me, Your Honor, this is very hard for me, because this thing sort of landed in our lap and we learned how the law in the state of California worked regarding lost livestock. My husband and I have worked extremely hard to change that law, and we are going to be going before the Assembly and the Senate.
I'm going to get into that with you, and I will allow you to do that. But first, since your complaint says you're suing for defamation, I want to know what the defamation is.
Mr. Serrano has accused my husband and myself of not only stealing Richard, but of hiding him.
Stealing Richard, that's the
Bull.
Right.
The bull?
Well, it's not this one, but yes.
Oh, it's not this one?
No.
Okay. It's the first time I've ever seen one in court.
Me too.
You ever seen one in court before, Rusty?
No, but Your Honor, I've seen it out of bull in court.
You mean you've heard a lot? Okay. They accused you of stealing the bull?
And of hiding him from
And
them.
hiding him. Okay. Who did they tell this to?
Well, from my understanding, it was told to the Los Angeles Times as well.
No, what your understanding? Do you have the
Yes.
paper?
Yes, Your Honor. It was also told to a TV reporter outside of another courtroom.
Okay.
No, that's it.
Thank you.
In this article, Mr. Serrano and Mrs. Serrano, did you talk to a reporter from the LA Times, Mike Downey?
She did.
Did you?
I did.
Did you tell a reporter that Mrs. Baldassar and Mr. Baldassar tried to hide the bull?
I never remember telling him that.
Did you say you tried to steal it?
No, I never mentioned anything about stealing. I said she wanted to keep it because they wanted to keep it. They were, even trying to raise money to keep it. If I used the wrong word because of my English, but I never said steal it.
Did you ever talk to this reporter?
Yes.
Did you subpoena him?
No, sir.
You're relying strictly on the article here.
Right. Everything in that article, with the exception of what Mr. and Mrs. Serrano explained to him, everything I told him is completely accurate. I don't have any reason to doubt his credibility.
All right, now tell me what this all arose out of.
Well, one morning we found this bull in our yard. It had come through the fence, got in our yard. It actually, right then, it walked out of the yard as soon as I came out to get it, and then I pulled it back in, and it was really nice, gentle. I just didn't want it to get out in the street and get hit by a car, because I know that's almost a sure fatality for who's ever in the car. And at that point, we started making phone calls, called the Sheriff's Department, called Animal Control, and either one of those two agencies got a hold of the brand inspector's office, and we got a call from them on Monday, and it said the law is a lost large animal, livestock, immediately becomes property of the state. And at that time, it's held for 15 days, and then it's auctioned off. In case of like a cow, it'd be auctioned off for beef. Well, my wife being a vegetarian, that's all she needed to hear, so, I mean, we had to save this animal. We couldn't let that happen. It had an owner, it came from somewhere. We put an ad in the paper, first thing we did.
Let me see the ad.
We were interviewed by the local newspaper, the Press Enterprise. That story got picked up, and you can see at the bottom of this one, it's just the same story, only at the bottom it says from the Wire Service.
That is an out-of-state newspaper article that somebody sent to us.
Okay.
We got calls from people across the country that heard about this from the Wire Service, and I guess somebody even put it on the internet. I don't know, I'm not on the internet. And we were just trying to get the state to say we could keep it until the owner could find it. I mean, obviously you notice something this large missing from your yard, but it did take about a week before we found the owner. And he saw that article in the paper.
These are the Serranos?
Yes.
Yes. Well, and it wasn't that we could keep the animal, Your Honor. It was, could we keep him until his owners were found? And if his owners were never found, I couldn't see letting the
Well,
state...
did they come over to see you?
Yes.
Yes, after he saw the
after they found the
article
article
in
in
the
the newspaper.
Okay. Did you go to see them after you found the article in the newspaper?
Your Honor, the day the bull got lost, we started looking for it. And we went...
No, but you read about it in the paper. They put it...
No.
How did you find out where the bull was?
My neighbor told me about it.
Okay. So
Yeah.
after your neighbor told you about it, did you go see them?
See what happened? He don't even know where the bull was because it shows on the paper, on the newspaper. So his son is the one that find out where the bull was. So we went to see them, and I told him that the bull was mine because they had like a downhill.
Okay.
You can see even. So I told the lady, the bull is mine. She said, well, I reported to the animal control, and I can give it to you because it's already reported. So she gave me a phone number, and I called him, and his name is Richard.
Did you call animal control?
Yeah, and then he came, and he had to have a witness, so the bull was mine. So I called another neighbor that knew the bull was mine. So we came, Richard and my neighbor, his name is Freeman. We came to his property, and they identified the bull. And finally, Richard said, and Freeman said, okay, he proved that bull is him, so you have to give it to him.
Did they give it to you?
Yeah.
Did you ever accuse them of stealing the bull?
I never talked to these people. I never talked to the newspaper. She's the one that talked to the reporters, though.
How did you happen to talk to the reporters?
They were just bothering me from everywhere, television, newspapers. I told them I didn't want to talk to nobody. They wanted to do a follow-up, go to my house, the channel, I think it was Channel 5.
Was this before or after you got the bull?
After they found out that the owner was found, and they made such a big deal of it, and they wouldn't leave us alone. And I said, no, I don't want to give a statement. I don't want to have anybody in my house. I don't want to be bothered anymore. It's been a really rough situation.
What happened to the bull?
I sold it.
You sold it?
Yeah, I wanted to get
It was getting too big.
Did you ever tell animal control that they stole the bull?
No, I never even talked to animal control. My husband and Mr. Freeman.
But you
was
did
the
talk
owner.
to this reporter.
I know I talked to a reporter on the telephone, but I didn't say steal. I said they wanted to keep it because they were in love with it, they liked it, they wanted it, and I was willing to give it to them until they started harassing me. Not them, but the people that were harassing me.
Did you want to keep the bull?
Yes.
If he didn't have parents of his own, absolutely.
Well, I understand that, but I mean, what she's telling me is what you had told her. You did want to keep the bull.
No. What I needed to do was raising 2 children of my own to let them know that just because something lands in your lap doesn't make it yours. You have to go through channels and try to find the owner.
If you'd had the opportunity, you'd have kept him for yours. If it weren't illegal, you would have kept the bull.
Yes.
Well, I want to say yes, of course I would have.
If the owner couldn't be found.
Yes, if the owner could not be found, absolutely.
All right, fine. All right. Can I hear from you, sir, now, please?
Yes, I'm her father. After the first case was heard, we went into an area in the back.
What was the first case about?
It was about the situation with her and the bull. How the bull came in her yard, and the steps it went through, so she could either get rid of the bull properly, because she was cited by the brand inspector, and the brand inspector told her that she could not give the bull to anyone without permission. So that's why she was unable to give the bull to Mrs. Serrano.
Well, and the fact that the Serranos refused to repair the damage to our fence.
We did not refuse.
We not refused.
We never refused.
That was all handled in the other court, so that's all taken care of.
Yeah.
You
Your
wanted
Honor,
to fix the fence?
I wanted to fix the fence.
You didn't want him to fix the fence?
No.
I didn't want Mr. Serrano to fix the
No.
fence. We wanted to have
You
a
wanted him to
contractor.
pay for it?
Absolutely.
And that was what the court case was about?
Absolutely.
Because your bull knocked down their fence?
Your Honor, let me go back a little bit.
No, just answer me. Is that correct? They wanted you to pay for the damage to the fence because your bull knocked the fence down. Is
Okay,
that correct?
They were charging me too much money.
I'm
Yes,
not interested in
yes.
that. That's why she
Yes,
sued you.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Anything else you want to tell me, sir? What about the defamation, the alleged defamation?
Okay, in the area outside where the reporter or the interviewer interviewed both parties, and after it was over, the interviewer asked Mr. Serrano, "Do you still believe that the bull was stolen?" And he answered yes.
He
I
did?
never say that.
Wait a minute. He said that?
Yes, he did.
I never say that, Your Honor.
That is not true.
Who was present then, sir?
Well, the bull is ours, myself, and the interviewer, the lady from Channel 5, I think it was, interviewed it, and she asked him that question.
She said.
When was that?
This was I don't know the date of the
May?
of the other hearing of the
What month?
May.
In May. Okay. You feel that your reputation has been hurt by this?
Absolutely. I feel it certainly can continue to be hurt, which is, if you give us an opportunity, we'll explain how.
How?
The unbacked legislation that we have to change this law that put Richard's life in jeopardy.
You're trying to have the law changed with the California legislature?
Yes, sir. We're trying to have it amended, not changed, but amended, so that it affords adoption rather than death if the finder so chooses. This bill is going to be fought vigorously by the Cattlemen's Association. Upon my meeting with the Assemblyman, Assemblyman Grandland, his chief of staff informed me that with the Serranos saying that, in fact, we did hide Richard and we did steal him, that would be all the Cattlemen's Association would need to shoot down our credibility in front of the Senate and the Assembly.
Well, the Assemblyman, with all due respect, he's conjecturing. What I want to know is, how do you arrive at this figure of $5,000 for damages?
Well, aside from the time and effort and love and compassion and every ounce of my being that I've poured into this law, truthfully, Your Honor, the money is not the issue.
It's the only thing I can give you.
The issue is I need our credibility established with a court ruling saying we did not steal this animal. The $5,000, if I...
That in itself is not what you're after here. I mean, I can tell you that right now. I believe you didn't steal the animal.
Thank you. Thank you.
I don't think you stole the animal, but that's not going to be part of my judgment.
I understand.
Because you're suing for defamation of character.
Right.
You're suing because you allege that they called you a thief.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now I want to try and find out your general damages.
Okay. If in fact this bill is killed, my time alone, Your Honor, considering...
Ma'am, it was your idea to do this.
Absolutely.
Wasn't the Serranos. They had nothing to do with it.
Absolutely.
If the bill is killed, you may never know why it was killed.
That's possible.
They're not going to tell you they killed it because someone said you were a thief.
Well, I hope not.
Well, I don't think they will. I mean, you're never going to know why. So that's why I'm trying to find out how you come to this figure of $5,000.
Aside from the principle of the matter, Your Honor, I don't really know, except that in the meeting with the assemblyman who advised us to get an attorney, which I thought was ridiculous, and to sue them in civil court, I guess superior civil court.
This is civil
Sir,
court.
I understand that, but a superior court, I guess, is what he was saying, and to go for big money and all of that, which I thought was absolutely ridiculous. That is not what we're after. So because this is what this court allows, and I wanted a strong message to go across to the Serranos saying that what they're saying and doing is wrong, and we are guilty of nothing except being in love.
Well, they're not doing anything now, are they?
No, we haven't
knows?
had any contact with them since the last court case, but that
Right,
was...
But I don't know what's
You're
happening.
relying basically, because you never heard the statement, you're relying basically on the LA Times article, aren't you?
That and the testimony we heard from Mr. Serrano at the other
Yeah, we were all
courthouse.
present when he said that last time.
Can I say something?
Yes, ma'am.
There was a problem with the language because he doesn't speak Spanish correctly. And if he used the wrong word and they took it and made a big old deal about it, I apologize in his name, because his English is not good. And we never said, why would she go public and we would accuse her on TV that she stole the animal? I know she's not a person that's going to steal an animal either, and neither am I. So why is she saying that we said that? It's not true. And if my husband used the wrong word, we always say she wanted to keep the animal.
Do you say anything like that, sir?
Never say nothing like that.
Sir, that's
It's
not
like-
true.
I never say nothing like that.
The reporter...
The chicken
Well,
proof.
let me hear from the lady back there.
The Salvadors, they're my neighbors. My name is Robin Washington. They're very decent people. I had the cow on my property, and the cow went through the fence and went up over the hill. When I noticed the cow, he was like at the top of the hill. I ran and got the kids, and I said we had to chase the cow back into the yard, but by the time I put on my tennis shoes and jeans and stuff to go and chase him, he was gone. And it was like within an hour. And we followed the footsteps, and it was going towards their property. So I don't know. I don't see why they didn't come out or even have the cow, to ask the neighbors, did this cow belong to you? She did not do that. That cow belonged to them, and it was a mess.
Well, that's never been in dispute.
Yes, sir?
Even when she was a little girl, she loved animals from the time she was this high. And she loved animals for in fact, she'd bring them home, little animals. So I know that anything to do with that cow was out of compassion, just for her love for the animal.
I don't doubt that for 1 minute, sir. But that's really not what this case is about.
I loved the animals too, since
So
I was
do
a
I.
little kid.
Okay.
The reporter, I can tell you exactly what the reporter said, and with my witnesses here, I don't think we'll have a problem establishing that. The reporter asked Mr. Serrano, after hearing today what you've heard, do you still believe that Mrs. Boldazar tried to hide and steal your cow? And his answer was yes.
Your Honor.
I can get this all day. She's going to say you said it, and you're going to say you didn't say it. Take a short recess. I'll come back, give you my decision. First of all, I want to make it perfectly clear that from my viewpoint, you did not steal any cow or any bull, and that's no bull.
Thank you.
Secondly, I read this article in the LA Times, and I viewed two television broadcasts on two different channels. There is a law on the books, statute, Civil Code sections 45 and 46. They deal with libel and slander per se, which simply means that if you, under certain categories, if you say them and they are published, that it's libel or slander per se. And one of those is accusing someone of being a thief. So the question is there anything in the newscasts that do that? Is there anything in this article in the LA Times that does that? Well, let me read the LA Times. All because she found a cow. Luckily, the real owner showed up. He had a farm not far away. Baltazar said he was very understanding. He said, "You tried to hide it." I said, "What?" He said, "You tried to steal it." That's not the defendant talking. That's what you're saying.
After he asked me.
Well,
sir.
it doesn't make any difference. It's not him saying it. The next part is, Julie and Greg Baltazar have an acre or so of unincorporated land in the vicinity of Paris, just south of Riverside. The last couple of months have been particularly exasperating for Julie, and not just because she doesn't have Richard anymore. She's been accused of stealing. She's been threatened with arrest for obstruction of justice. Doesn't say that Serrano accused you of stealing. It says she has been accused.
Yes.
Okay. As far as the TV newscasts are concerned, they show you in a wonderful light.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. They think you're the greatest thing that's ever come down the pike since apple pie.
Thanks.
And hot dogs. And you look great. And if you show those tapes to the legislature, I think it's only going to do you some good.
Thank you.
I don't think there's anything in there. Well, I know there's nothing in there where Mr. Serrano or Mrs. Serrano accuses you of being a thief.
Absolutely.
I don't know why you showed them to me, except that you're a great gal.
Well, no, I just wanted to establish the fact of how we presented ourselves from the very beginning.
Okay, you convinced me of that.
Thank you. That's really what I wanted, Your Honor.
Okay, you got it. The only thing I can't give you is any money because
That's
you didn't
great.
prove that they libeled you or slandered you. Now, my judgment is for the defendants.
Thank you. We weren't going to eat them. That's what they accused us of right away, the people that were calling me.
I don't think either of us have anything against you. We really don't. We just needed this law to be passed, and it needs to have our utmost credibility.
I don't think it's right because we never accused them of stealing. They don't look like people that steal animals, and neither do we. I don't know why they chose us of all people. And it's nice that they want to pass their law, whatever.
When I found out Richard's name was really Hamburger, and I found that out from the newspaper, of course I cried because my whole job was to keep him alive.
I was going to give it to you. But then after they started giving me such a hard time, I said
Ross,
no.
But
Because
Mrs.
no,
Serrano,
I was going to give it to you.
Mrs. Serrano.
Because
and-
you're a nice person, and
Thank
so am
you.
I.
Yes.
And there was no need for this.
And
It was
what-
my bull, and that's all it was.
I hear he's no longer with the Serranos. What happened to him, I don't know. I can only hope and pray for the best.
I didn't want to know where it went, who it went to. Just wanted to get rid of him. He gave me too many headaches. I didn't want to be harassed anymore, and that's what I did.
I know.
There was no need for this.
But Mrs.
We
Serrano-
could have settled it between ourselves, and it would
offered
have
your
been.